So, Call of Duty Mobile was first released for PC, and then it came to mobile. Same with PUBG, first released for PC, then it came to mobile. Same with Fortnite, same with Minecraft, same with a whole host of other video games. However, there is one game in particular that does not have a mobile counterpart, or we thought it didn't have a mobile counterpart. That game is Rainbow Six Siege. Completely under the radar, the development of Rainbow Six Siege Mobile has been in the works, and finally, we can actually get a beta of a game called Area F2. This is just about the closest you are ever going to get to Rainbow Six Siege on mobile. It feels exactly like Rainbow Six Siege on mobile, and pretty much the only difference is the name. Honestly, I will be shocked if there aren't going to be any legal issues with this game because the similarities are just crazy, man. They're just such similar games. I'm shocked that they even were able to release this thing in beta version. So, what I decided to do, since most of you guys probably do not know about this game, or, I mean, hey, if you're watching this months into the future, maybe you do. I don't know. Who am I to judge? I wanted to make a download tutorial for both iOS devices and for Android devices in this video. I will be doing a step-by-step guide explaining exactly how you can download the beta for Area F2 on both iOS or Android, and you can finally play Rainbow Six Siege on mobile devices. If you guys are hyped for the future of this game, I would greatly appreciate it if you took just a second, left a like rating on this video, and subscribe to my channel because, hey, if we get a lot of support on this video, then I can definitely do more videos on this game in the very near future. Thank you so much, guys, and with that being said, let's get into the Android side of this tutorial. Alright guys, so hey, here we are now on my Nubia Red Magic 5G, my Android device for this tutorial. If you want to see a full review on this gaming phone, then I'll have a video link down below in the description. It's a really cool phone. However, if you already know about the phone, let's get into this tutorial. First off, you are going to open up whatever web browser you choose to use on your Android device. You're going to go to Google and you are going to search APK Pure as I have done right there. Click the first link that appears, m.apkpure.com, and then you're going to click the bright green download button at the center right of your screen. It will take you to this website right here, and you will download whatever is the latest version of APK Pure. For me currently, that is version 3.17.5. If you are watching this weeks into the future, that might be a later version. Don't worry though, you still need to click that download button. It will take just a second, not too long, it's not that big of a file, and then you're going to click the open button. However, if you're using anything other than Google Chrome, you might not be able to simply download via Google Chrome. So, what I would personally recommend doing is going to the Play Store and searching File. That's it. You can download any of these file managing apps if you don't already have a file manager on your Android device. Personally, I have used RS File Manager, the second one from the top, and I have also used ES File Manager. So those are my two personal recommendations. Whatever one works for you, doesn't matter. But you're going to open up your file managing app, go over to your downloads, and then you will see the APK file right there. You're going to click on that, and it will give you this message that says your phone and personal data is more vulnerable to attack by unknown apps. Don't worry, you might be alarmed, you might think that's a virus. It's not. That's just the default message that your Android device will give you if you download anything that's not from the Google Play Store. APK Pure is fine. Don't worry, you will be okay. You're going to click the install button then, and after it finishes installing, you'll be able to open up the APK Pure app for the very first time. So I've opened it up. You're going to click deny. There's no reason why APK Pure needs to manage phone calls, but you will need to access the files on your device. This way, you're actually able to download apps off of APK Pure. APK Pure is basically an app that allows you to download beta versions of apps that are currently not available in the Google Play Store, and maybe even apps that don't work on the Google Play Store. They aren't allowed on the Google Play Store. One of them currently is Area F2, which you are going to search at the top of the search bar, and you will see at the very top of the search results right here. click the install button, and it will take a fair amount of time. It is a pretty decent sized app. It's not like it's only 10 megabytes. It's a pretty hefty app because it has actually quite good graphics. So I will take just a second, and I'll see you guys once it finishes installing. All right, guys, so we are just about finished now installing Area F2, and for whatever reason, it's going to come back to that same button saying install. Don't worry, it'll take just a second before this pop-up will appear. It's going to say, your phone is not allowed to install unknown apps from this source. Go over to your settings, click allow from this source. Go back, and then click install. Now, this won't take too long. It will take a quicker amount of time than it would take for the other installation that we did just earlier. But now, as you'll see, we have Area F2 installed, the second app in my list, and we can now play Rainbow Six Siege on our Android device. Once you have gotten into a match here, you can play to your heart's content. When you first open this up for the first time, you're not going to be seeing the screen that I have seen. It's going to look very similar to if you've played PUBG and Call of Duty before and you open those games up for the very first time. You might need to install an update. It might tell you to restart the app to see the new changes, and then you can either choose to be a guest or log in via a different method. Then you're going to go through the tutorial. It will basically explain how you play this game because, as we know, Rainbow Six Siege is quite a technical game. It's got a lot more controls and other things you need to do within it than a simple shooting game like, many other first-person shooters we've seen in the past. And because of that, it's going to have a pretty decent-sized tutorial. And yeah, after that point in time, you're going to get to the main menu. You can jump into matches as I have jumped into right here and then play this game for yourself. But yeah, at this point in time, as you can see, it's a very strategic game. You have to go through a lot of training before you actually get good at this game. I am certainly not good at all. I've only played like 1 or 2 matches so far, and it's rough. It's rough for me in these beginning stages of playing this game. But yeah, you can barricade walls as I have done, throw down barbed wire. You can choose many different classes as some of my teammates have. There's most importantly the leaning, just like you would see in Rainbow Six Siege, and it plays very similar to the PC version of Rainbow Six Siege. I think they did a great job, and I am super, super happy with how this game is coming along. But yeah, I'm going to continue playing this match here. I hope you all did enjoy this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, I would greatly appreciate a like rating down below and share this video with your friends. For now, though, let's go jump into the iOS side of this tutorial. Okay guys, so we're now on my iOS device's home screen, and I am going to explain how you can get Area F2 for yourself on your iOS device, because it's not as simple as simply going into the App Store and searching Area F2. It's not going to show up. What you're going to do is you are going to go over to your App Store, sign out of the account that you are currently logged into, and you're going to create a new Apple ID with the location being in Brazil. You might want to create a new email, whatever email service you like to use, just so you don't confuse this Apple ID with an email that you already have. I made mine johnsmithbrazilplayer@gmail.com. I don't know, dude. It just reminded me, and I would not forget of something as stupid as that. For the location, you are going to change that to Brazil. There are a couple of other countries that you could use because this beta is available in a few different countries around the world, but we are going to choose Brazil for simplicity. You're going to agree to the terms and conditions and then click next, as I have done right here. So my first name is going to be John, my last name is going to be Smith, and my birthday is going to be October 21st, 1998, as it is in real life. You can subscribe to Apple emails if you want. It doesn't really matter if you do that, but this is where things get a little bit tricky. You're going to need to actually put in information for a billing address and then a number of a credit card. What you'll do first is, unless you literally plan on spending money on Rainbow Six Siege Mobile within your first couple of days, which I would never recommend doing, you should probably test it out first, just click None for your credit card. It's a lot simpler if you do it that way. The only thing that's important that you need to add the right way is the postcode, which I have added right there, 69945-000. Type that in first, and then the street doesn't matter. You can just put in a random street name, the city. doesn't matter. You can put, Rio for all it matters. It doesn't really matter. And then the state, Acre, okay? I know Rio is not an Acre, but you can just put that because it doesn't really matter. Apple doesn't check that. You're going to click next, and then as you'll see, you'll be able to get through this next step of the process. It'll probably say something along this line if you have a phone number associated to your iOS device, and it's going to say this is going to be used to verify your identity. I got an email sent to this email that actually requested me to verify this. I actually made the mistake and I put in the wrong verification code because it texted me, sent me a message giving me a different verification code. A little confusing, Apple. I don't really like that, but this is the proper verification code that I got. You can click verify, and then as you can see, it's going to go through, check it for, a few seconds or so, and then you're going to be on your brand new Brazilian App Store ID. Once you actually start to scroll down, you can see many things are Brazilian, and it's not what you would commonly see on your standard either American or other countries' App Store. At this point in time, you are going to search Area F2, as I have searched right at the top here, and you can now get this game on your iOS device. And as you can see, this is a little interesting. It's going to say that the tax ID is required. You're going to need to add a valid CPF or CNPJ to your payment information. So, as you can see right here, it's going to appear with something that I actually need to add the proper way. It's this, the CPF, CNPJ. Not really something you have to worry about. What you can do is you can go over to whatever web browser you like, and then you can type in CPF generator, as I have typed in right here. It's probably going to come up with this link, theonegenerator.com. It's going to be a CPF generator to create a valid CPF number, okay? And I'm just going to click generate. We're going to click copy. It has copied this. We are going to paste that here into our CPF and then click done. Sometimes it might not work. It might not work the very first time, but you can generate a different amount of CPF numbers and eventually one will work. As I have done right here, the very first one did work and I am now able to install Area F2 on my device. So we can see it here. It's now currently installing on my home screen. It will take a little bit of time because it is a pretty decent sized app, but I will see you guys in just a second once it is finished installing. Hey, so it just finished installing. I opened it up for the very first time, and you're probably going to have some sort of message that says resource update. Hey, Area 52 developers, little tip, the word resource is spelled wrong. You might want to change that. But we're going to click OK to proceed. It'll install. And after not very much time, it has now installed Area F2 with all of the latest updates on your iOS device. I think it's pretty cool that there are 4 different servers as of right now. I'm going to choose the North American server. It's nice because even though you created a Brazilian Apple ID, you don't have to use a South American server. You can still use wherever you are in the world, whatever is the fastest server. Click agree, click guest, continue, and you will now be thrust into the tutorial for this game. I would highly recommend playing the tutorial because it has a lot of important features that you might not realize even exist in this game. Rainbow Six Siege, as we know, is a pretty intense game, but it has a lot of different controls that you might not normally see in a lot of other first-person shooters. It's much more complex, it's much more strategy-based, and because of that, you're going to need to know how to use all of the different buttons on your screen with this. Everything down to this little drone, as I have right here. So you have the little UAV that you can control, and what I'm going to do is scout around and it sees the target. Obviously, since this is the tutorial, it's a lot simpler. You're going to have to do a lot of scouting probably before you find the target when you do it normally. But yes, what we're going to do is we're going to just basically follow through this tutorial. I'm going to do it myself. Put an explosive right down here on the door. Back up. Detonate it. Very good. People are shooting at me. And yeah. I'm going to go through this whole little tutorial here, and I'll see you guys on the main screen. All right, so after you get through the little tutorial here, you can claim some of the important gold and other stuff within this game, and this is what the main screen looks like. At this point in time, you can click Start. You can go into a rookie match, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I'll save that for the next video. You can explore once you get to this point yourselves, and you can see just how fantastic this game is and how similar it is to Rainbow Six Siege on mobile. But hey, that finishes up this tutorial. I don't have anything else I need to say in today's video, so if you did learn something new and you thought this video was well made, I would greatly appreciate a like rating on this video. Subscribe to the channel for potential Area F2 contents coming out very, very soon. If you guys want to see more content on this game, then all you need to do is comment down below. I could feature my brother, for example, and we could play this game and then like do a funny moments compilation every once in a while. Let me know what you guys want. But with that being said, that's it. Hope you guys play this game. Hope you try it out. I'll see you all later.